Hello. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Today will be a different kind of discussion today, but I still discuss about addition math, but today I will discuss it in English. So I want to try a new thing. Usually explain the way to solve the problem with using bahasa Indonesia, but today I'll try to explain it in English. So if you don't have a good an influent skill in speaking in understanding English, you could go to subtitle and uh, owning the subtitle, the automatic translation, because if I don't wrong, there is an automatic translation feature in YouTube from English to Indonesia. Okay, you could turn on that if you don't really understand, if you have a difficulty in understanding English. But today, I'll discuss it in English. Okay, so let's start. Given that a factor is equal to I plus 2j minus xk, given that the b factor is equal to 3i minus 2j plus k, and given that c factor is equal to 2i plus j plus 2k. So the notation of the vector is using the unit factor. Maybe I will rewritten this with column format, but it is not different, but it is not different, not changing the meaning of the problem, but of the question, but to easing the method on solving the problem, I will use the column. I will use the column format. Okay, given that uh, a is equal to blah 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 blah, and if a factor is perpendicular with c factor, then a factor plus b factor dot, this is not written in the question but it is the same thing, then a factor plus b factor dot a factor a minus c factor is equal to what is the value of this a plus b dot a minus c. So let's reach let's write the information that we know from the exam, from the problem, from the question. So known that a factor a is equal to 1, 2, and minus x. So we don't know the value of the x, right? We only know the coordinate of the a is 1, 2, and minus x. And the coordinate of b is equal to 3 minus 2 and 1. I assume that you have learned and you have understand the concept of unit factor and why I convert it to the column factor. It is the same thing. It is the same thing, but I just written written it in the column format to easing me to solve the problem. But it is actually the same, but I just prefer to use the column factor. So the coordinate of c is 2, 1, and 2. Now the a factor is perpendicular with c factor. Then this is the question. Ask a plus b dot a minus c is equal to what? What is the value of this? Now we have to answer it. Okay, let's answer it. Answer. Answer. First thing first, we want to know the value of this, right? Now, now we have to check, are we have already known all of the vector coordinate. Now let's check b first. Is b coordinate we have known all of it? Yes, in fact, yes. B, we have the all the coordinate. We have in the x coordinate, in the x-axis. We know the coordinate in the y-axis. We know it also in the z-axis. Y-axis, z-axis, all of the axis. We have known all the coordinate. Now the c factor, are we have know all the coordinates? We have it in the x, we have it in the y, and we also have it in the z axis. So we have all of the coordinate need in the c factor. Now the a factor, we have the x coordinate, we have the y coordinate, but we don't have the z coordinate. This is the problem. This is a problem, and we need to solve it. We need to solve it. We can't just do the operation with this condition. We have to know the x, the value of x. Now, how we find the value of x? Interestingly, that the problem, the question has giving us a clue that the a factor is perpendicular to the c factor. Now, if a factor is perpendicular to another factor, then this will happen. This will be happen because a factor is c with is perpendicular to the c factor. That means if we dot the a factor with c factor, it will be equal to 0. So written it if I write it, that means that a factor a times factor b is equal to 0. I'm sorry, not b. It is c, right? C equal to c equal to 0. Now we know that the coordinate of a is 1, 2, and minus x. Dot, the c vector is 2, 1, and 2. That means this dot times dot with this 2, 1, and 2 equal to 0. Now we can do the scalar operation on this. In the x in the a times with the x in the c, y in the a times y in the c, and z in the a is we times it with the z in the c. So it will be 1 plus I'm sorry, not 1 plus 2, 1 times 2 plus 2 times 1 plus minus x times 2 will be equal to 0. 1 plus 2, 1 times 2 is 2, plus 2, 2 times 1 is 2, and minus x times 2 is minus 2x is equal to 0. We could change this to the here to here, so that means that 2 plus 2 is equal to 2x. The minus is gone because the 2x is going into the right axis, to going to the right. So that means 2 plus 2 is 4 is equal to 2x, and x equal to 0. X equal to 2. That means we could insert this value. Now we have known the value of x. Now we could insert it to here. So that means we could know the coordinate of a factor a. That means the coordinate of factor a is 1, 2, and minus 2. Don't forget there's a minus sign here. Don't forget it. Okay? If you forget it, the result will be false. So the coordinate of a factor a is his as is this 1, 2, and minus 2. Now we go back to the main problem. What is the value of a plus b dot a minus c? Now we need to know the value of this a plus b and a minus c. Okay, now a plus b dot with a minus c, that means a, coordinate of a, what is the coordinate of a? 1, 2, minus 2, plus with coordinate of b, 3, minus 2, and 1, dot 1, 2, and minus 2, minus the coordinate of c is 2, 1, and 2. Then the result will be plus 1 plus 3 is 4. Oh my god, I'm sorry. There is a disturbance here. Wait a minute. Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 plus minus 2 is 0. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Dot 1 minus 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And minus 2 minus 2 is minus 4. Now we dot it. We do the dot product. Okay, that means 4 times minus 1 plus 0 times 1 plus minus 1 times minus 4. That means minus 4 plus minus 1. This is equal to 0. Minus 1 times minus 4 is plus 4. That means it's equal to 0. Then the answer will be C. The option will be the C option. The right answer will be the C option. Okay, so it is easy, right? So we just need to do a little math thing, but this, sorry. So it is easy, right? It is not that complicated, but you just need to do a little math on the factor. But yeah, it is a standard question to do. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you like it. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.